Hey guys, and welcome to part 31 of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. In the last part we took on Team Magma because they were trying to steal rocket fuel of all things. So in this part we will, we are going to have to give chase to Team Aqua. You know, those guys that stole that submarine. They're still out, they're at large, so we do need to take those out. So in the last part I already taught Kip's dive, so yeah, let's use dive and go underwater. So again, this is another example of what I was talking about before, how this generation is surprising with how much stuff they did add into it and how much variety there is. I mean, it's only a little thing like going underwater and using dive, but it's really cool and I think it's really done well, and you know, your sprite actually changes and you are actually underwater as the game just tells you there, underwater, you're not above water. That's what they should do, because they say underwater when you go underwater, they should go above water. You're now in a different place above water. Oh, I don't know, I really don't know. So yeah, you didn't actually have to dive straight away. If you kept going down that route, you then would have found like another place to dive, so you could just go straight there. But I wanted to show this bit off. And there's no Pokemon, you're not going to run into any Pokemon when diving. But I think there's seaweed underwater in certain places, so look out for that. So there was the sub, and now we're in a new cave, we're in a new cavern with lots of new puzzles to explore. This is very similar to Victory Road. That's the kind of vibe I got for this place. But overall I liked it. I thought this bit was actually really good, really well done. There's actually not that many decent Pokemon to catch, which is a shame, but yeah, there's quite a few puzzles here, and I do mess up quite a bit with some of these puzzles, but like this one, you're supposed to go obviously to that other boulder and push that one first. But yeah, that's something you want to be aware of before coming here. You're going to need rock smashing, you're going to need strength, and you're going to need surf, although you have to have surf to get here, so that's a bit redundant, but you know what I mean. I think there's something else you might need later on, but oh well. So I don't think I actually fully explore this place, because this place is kind of, it's not that big, but I never really found my bearings here, you know? It was really cool. I was just exploring this place, going through puzzles. There wasn't too many trainer battles to kind of get in the way, and I had repels, so I didn't have to run into random wild Pokemon. So I don't know, I thought this bit was really well done, because it's very easy in the Pokemon games to have a place that, you know, Victory Road, in some of the generations, it's a bit boring and dull and it drags on and it's just frustrating trying to do certain puzzles. But here they kept it quite simple and a lot more fun. So something you've probably already heard, because I've been talking for like 3 minutes, is that I've got a new mic. I did announce it in an update, but in case you didn't see it, yeah, I have a new mic, so hopefully it's a lot clearer and hopefully you enjoy listening to my smooth voice. Yeah, it's definitely clearer, and now it picks up when I do like a wacky voice, because, you know, before it just didn't, you know. The better the mic you have, the more tone you can have. I can be all serious, and it will come through better. Alright, so that's the first room. The reason why I haven't used a repel yet is because I wanted to show off some of the wild Pokemon, but I've just run into 2 Subats right now, so I think I do use one eventually, but I only ran into 2 Pokemon at the moment, and I've, you know, messed up quite a few times. So with these puzzles, they're not too hard. If you want to restart, all you have to do is leave the room and come back. So that's another reason why you're going to want repels, so they don't get in the way. Oh, I remember the Victory Road on the 4th gen. Oh, in that LP, I had such a bad time recording that part. I'm not too sure what the Victory Road is like in this generation, but I look forward to it. If it's anything like this, then it sounds wonderful, of course. So yeah, these are just strength puzzles. You hit the boulder in a certain place. They haven't really done anything like this, or they hadn't really done anything like this before. It was always put the boulders in the hole, win maximum points, you know, win at Pokemon. That's all it was. Slide rocks on ice, win at Pokemon. That was the whole game. So yeah, I can't tell you strictly what's the best route to take here, because I didn't know. This was just me winging it, just going, oh, I'll go over here, push some rocks, go on some currents. Because yeah, here's some more puzzles as well. You have to go on the current. Obviously you want to go there, where that building is, but it wasn't too hard and I got through it. But you don't actually want to go here, because what has happened, what I didn't realise at the time, is that that crafty cave has sent us all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, all the way back to the beginning. So I think then when Tentacle, when I just fought that, the reason why it's actually green around is because when you dive, or when you're using dive, once you go into seaweed, then you do have like actual green stuff, but I don't know why I mentioned it. I won't be going into any seaweed, I won't lie. So yeah, that's me speeding that bit up and now thinking, right, I'm just going to use a max repel because I know what to do, but I don't want to have to go through all this again and run into more Zubats. Couldn't find any other Pokemon here. So yeah, sorry about that. Although the physics of me going through that cave and ending up at the beginning doesn't make any sense at all. That's why I went in it and was confused when I was back at the beginning. I was like, what? How did this even happen? The physics, I went forward, I went back, it just didn't work, but oh well. So this time I'm actually going to go on the left here. Because yeah, it all kind of comes together in a very weird way, I don't know. This is why I never found my bearings, because I'm sure this was the room I was in before, but then I went over there that one time and it was just, So yeah, instead of actually going left, because there's two doors here, this time I'm going to go right, I think. I think that's what I do, you know. Now, that's pretty much it. I should have cut all this bit out, I don't know why I didn't. I already cut out quite a lot from this part because there's a puzzle that took me too long and it's very embarrassing, and the less said about that the better. So, but you'll know it when we come to it. So yeah, the puzzle with this one is that once you go onto the currents, you do just get pushed all the way along to wherever they end up. So you've got to be careful. All you have to do is just stop and think about it, and you can't really mess up that bad. The annoying thing is that whenever you do mess up, you get pushed back onto that platform. So that you then have to go up to the water and you surf again. I mean, whose idea was that? That's just terrible, you know. You know, if surf was like pushing a button, like if you could map surf to select, like I think you should, you know, you can map item to select, why can't you map HMs to select? It would just make a lot more sense and be a lot more easier, but yeah, so then you have to go out, but that's not too hard, that's not really the hard part. And one thing I don't understand was why all those rocks are arranged in that way. I think that's to hint at a puzzle we're about to do, but in a bit, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I think that's like a test puzzle of the next one coming up. Or there's probably some secret items there that I just missed. I don't know, I didn't check. Because yeah, it's quite nice, there's not that many trainers here, and these are actually the last two trainers you fight, so we've only actually fought 4 and only had to do 4 battles. No, 3 battles, what am I talking about? So there's Sharpedo, which is a new Pokemon, which is the evolved form of... Oh, I looked this up the other day, research and all that. Oh, I'm going to have to look this up again. It is the evolved version of something, and it looks actually pretty good. It's a pretty good Pokemon. So look, quickly go on Bulbapedia. All casual. I'm so professional, I know what I'm doing. I should have Bulbapedia up the whole time. It's right, Sharpie. Yeah, it's a common Pokemon, I know that. Come on. Yeah, with these Mightinas, not much really to say. We've fought them tons of time before, they're dark type. There we go, Kafana. So obviously before at Team Aqua has Kafana, so now their Pokemon are evolving into Sharpedo, which is actually pretty decent. It has terrible defense if I remember rightly, but other than that, it's actually got really good attack stats, you know. But I don't think we've seen any wild Kafanas or Sharpedos about, so I don't know. I guess I just didn't get the chance to catch it. Seen plenty of tentacles, seen loads of those. So yeah, the fact that my repel just run out there should tell you how long this puzzle took me. I had to keep going in and out, in and out. It's not that tricky, it's just I was trying to do these puzzles without thinking it through, you know? Like when you're in a Pokemon game, you don't expect to be stumped by puzzles really, so it's just go, 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 let's do it. Push the boulders, oh I messed up, restart, and it was just, yeah, I was being too energetic, and this time I actually stopped and thought, right, what do I need where? And I actually did it, so that's how you do it if you're stuck on that puzzle. I don't think you could be stuck on it for that long, but it did take me a while. So, and the awesome thing is that you're just walking along, everything turns misty, and you get Earthquake, which is amazing. It's so cool that they did that. Like, they just give you the TM for one of the best moves in the game, and usually they have to spend ages or have to train up a ground type Pokemon and hope that learns it, but no, you just get given it, so definitely pick that up. You're going to definitely want that. So just like on Mount Chimney or wherever we were inside Team Magma's base, we actually find the leader, but of course it's Archie instead of Maxie this time, so of course we have to take him out. He has a Mightina, whatever, you know, use Toxic. I had Gummy out so I could train it up because Gummy is kind of a bit weak at the moment, so Yeah, that's why that's out. But or it can't use psychic attacks on Dark because it just doesn't affect it at all. So yeah, Gummy doesn't last long. Gummy kind of sucks. And Archie has a super potion, of course. But this battle isn't that hard overall. If you manage to get this far and do the psychic gym, you shouldn't have any trouble with this one, even though it is the boss guy. And my Tina's now poisoned, so of course my Ina goes down, and Eric gets all the rewards. And his Crobat, so of course I'm just going to use Shockwave because it's flying type. Although of course Eric's... Yeah, I've gone through all this before, you know all my moves that I now have. I think I didn't mention it before, but yeah, Muddy Water... Kips learned Muddy Water off screen when I was leveling up. I kind of forgot to mention, because I learned a couple of new attacks. Gummy learned Toxic, which you should now know, because I've used it so many times, and yeah, Kips learned Muddy Water, so... Sorry I forgot to mention that, but yeah, that my Pokemon did learn some new attacks when I was grinding to get to level 40 off screen to do the gym, so... Just letting you know, a little heads up, a very late heads up. Right, Sharpedo is his last Pokemon, so I'm just you know, just to take it out, just one Thunderbolt and it's done. It's gone. Yeah, that's it. Marmite's level 42, which is quite nice. And we did Archie. We did Archie. That's hard. Oh, what am I saying? I'm just. Oh, that's terrible. Right, I'll have this red orb. So yeah, a bit like before when Maxie was using the blue orb to try and summon Gordon. Now Archie's using the red orb to summon this blue prick, blue whale thing. And it's weird how they didn't make the Pokemon bigger. You know, they're big legendary Pokemon. In the anime they were massive monsters, but in this one they're just kind of tiny. I guess that's Nintendo tradition, you know, when it's in 2D the sprites they can't be the right size all the time. Like Snorlax in the original was the same size as you, but they did correct that in the second gen, so he's just wittering on about how his plans didn't work, and you know, Maxie, because Maxie's all good and noble now apparently, is now going to be like, what have you done? We should live in peace. We should have some sort of system where there's some water and there's some land, rather than just all land and just all water. I'm glad it took them this long to figure that sort of idea out. But something has gone terribly wrong, and this is where it gets kind of interesting. And this game gets a bit story-based, actually, or a lot more story-based than the first and second gen. Not as story-based as the 5th gen, but definitely more than the 4th gen. So it's now raining and it's all dramatic. And of course they'll be saying dramatic, this in a very harsh tone, you know. What have you done? Don't say anything. Don't say anything. I haven't said anything for this whole game. Why would you say that? But yeah, this is very dramatic, and you know, they're looking back and thinking maybe we shouldn't have been such big dicks. Maybe we should have just loved one another or something gay like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have time for. Steven now shows up just to tell you, by the way, in case you didn't notice, everything's gone down, you know, everything's now messed up. But while he talks about whatever, yeah, he tells us we have to go to this place, so... But we don't really have enough time to do that, so in the next part we will try and save the world, hopefully. So I've been HonestTom23, I hope you enjoyed this part, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.